Hello and thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Jurnee Taylor. Here are the stories we're following right now at noon. Crime is down in Little Rock. After record-breaking highs in 3 minutes, what LRPD says is behind the improvement and what some say they could do better.
Many Americans wrapping up their summer vacations are already planning a new trip. I'm Wendy Gillette with a forecast for an upsurge in travel this fall.
A Colombian queen is set to be honored at MTV's upcoming VMAs. We have the details in our entertainment headlines at 12:22. More on all of that very soon, but first we have meteorologist Tom Brandon in for Nathan Scott this noon hour. Tom,
yes, sir.
I am so happy to be with you, and I'm happy you brought some of this good weather with you, too.
You know, that it's all on me. Nobody else brought this to you,
Nobody
Jurnee,
else.
but me, not Scott, not Nathan. Well, tomorrow Scott will bring it your way. Hope you're enjoying the nice break from the extreme summer heat that we've been experiencing. Nice and calm and mild outside, 86 degrees. There's a nice breeze as well. Temperatures ranging from the lower 80s north to the middle 80s south. I think we've got it in us to make it close to 90 today. And what really makes the difference, those lower dew point numbers. Whenever you have dew points in the 50s and 60s, it makes a big difference in the overall feel. That and a nice breeze out of the north-northeast at about 12 miles per hour here in Little Rock. All that equals a great afternoon with high temperatures close to 90. Once again, northeast wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We do have a reinforcing shot of dry air later this week, and then it'll get a little hotter for the weekend. We'll talk about that in our upcoming forecast. Jurnee, back to you.
All right, thank you, Tom. A woman in Searcy is behind bars this morning or afternoon charging the fentanyl overdose death of a Kensett man. 32-year-old Sarah Nicole Allison is suspected of selling him the drugs. Authorities arrested her, which led to the discovery of a second suspect. They then searched the person's home and found 160 fentanyl pills, a pound of psychedelic mushrooms, 1 pound of marijuana, 34 Xanax pills, and several ecstasy pills. We are almost 3/4 through the year, and the Little Rock Police Department has seen a significant decrease of homicides and violent crime. This afternoon, THV 11's Ashley Godwin finds out what police say is working and what one Little Rock man says could be better.
The latest numbers from LRPD show homicides are down 25% from this time last year. That's down around 15 murders. Violent crime also down by 145 instances. In a statement, Little Rock police say there are several things they attribute to the declining crime rates. They say more visibility in neighborhoods and the real-time crime center have helped deter offenses.
I think the LRPD and the powers that be and the people that are placed in positions, I think they're doing the best they can, but at the same time, you can't stop what you don't see.
Denaro Cook served 18 years in prison for a murder charge. Now, after being out for 6 years, he's trying to learn how to better his community and help stop crime.
I really think that it can be more done, not by them, but by the people like us that made mistakes.
Denaro says community is key, supporting nonprofits that try to help stop the violence and get more education into underserved areas.
I mean, we the people that go to change it because you got neighborhoods full of guys and females that don't have no trades.
He also says letting kids know there is more to life than violence could bring a new generation to wanting better for themselves and their families.
It's something to work for and live that, because when I moved with my uncle and I realized it was more, I started making 3.7, 3.8s in school and stuff like that. I was like, I'm getting us out the hood.
LRPD also said in their statement that to continue the downward trend of violence, they want to continue building relationships in the community and using technology to get ahead of crime. Back to you.
Now, this comes after 2 years of record high homicide rates in Little Rock. Last year, the city saw the most murders ever recorded at 81 deaths. Little Rock police are also asking for help identifying the owner of this car on your screen. They think it could help solve a recent murder. It's a black Jeep Grand Cherokee with temporary tags. The owner is believed to be associated with a suspect from a homicide on August 19th. If you have any information, you're asked to call LRPD. In Washington, former President Donald Trump is due to go on trial on March 4th over his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. That trial date is barely 6 months away and 1 day before a key moment in the 2024 election where Trump is the leading Republican candidate. Scott McFarland was there yesterday when the judge set that trial date.
The federal case against Donald Trump for allegedly trying to overturn the 2020 election and his current campaign are now poised to collide head-on in March. Over the protest of defense lawyers, Judge Tanya Chutkin set jury selection to begin on the first Monday in March, just one day before Super Tuesday.
He's running for office, but she said at the same time that doesn't mean that everything gets pushed back until after the election.
A Trump defense lawyer argued so loudly they needed until 2026 to review the millions of pages of evidence, the judge twice asked him to take the temperature down. But prosecutors argued by waiting, Trump could taint the jury pool with his ongoing vitriolic public statements.
I have a guy, they call him Deranged Jack Smith. He's deranged.
How are you feeling today, Mr. Meadows?
Meanwhile, in Atlanta, a surprise in court when Trump's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, took the witness stand for more than 3 hours as he seeks to move his Fulton County racketeering case to federal court. Under questioning, Meadows denied ordering a memo on how to block the certification of the 2020 vote and said he sat in on meetings Trump had with state officials to help track Trump's schedule and time, including this call to Georgia's Secretary of State.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Meadows testified he was serving as a federal official, while prosecutors argued his actions were not necessary and proper duties.
His co-defendants are watching today's proceedings like hawks. What happens to Meadows could have a very significant impact on whether their cases move ahead in state or federal court.
As the state case proceeds, Trump and his co-defendants are scheduled to appear for arraignment in Fulton County Wednesday morning. In the meantime, here in Washington, the judges ordered October and December deadlines for pretrial motions. With 4 criminal trials set for 2024, it is a jam-packed calendar for Trump. Scott McFarland, CBS News, Washington.
Later today, the Biden administration will announce the first set of prescription drugs being targeted for price negotiations as part of an effort to lower Medicare costs. The effort is part of the Inflation Reduction Act, which requires the government to negotiate directly with companies about the prices they charge for some of Medicare's most expensive drugs. So far, the popular diabetes treatment and the blood thinner Eliquis has been selected to be part of the negotiations. A deadly shooting at the University of North Carolina's main campus Monday has left 1 faculty member dead and prompted an hours-long lockdown. Police received a call around 1 p.m. Monday reporting shots fired on campus. Police identified the suspect as Taolei Chi, a graduate student at the school. UNC police released this picture of the suspect, who they say fatally shot a faculty member, the only victim according to police.
The shooting damages the trust and safety that we so often take for granted in our campus community.
He was booked at the Orange County Jail on first-degree murder charges and for having a weapon on educational property. Authorities are still searching for the gun used in the attack and a motive. About 44 million Americans with student debt must soon start repaying their student loans. Interest will start accruing on education loans on Friday, with payments set to resume in October. The change could impose a financial strain on many households after a 3.5-year hiatus during the COVID-19 pandemic. A Supreme Court ruling this summer blocked President Biden's plan to forgive up to $20,000 in debt per borrower. Today, RDOT will hold its first of 2 public meetings this week to discuss the feasibility of improving highways 59 and 72. They'll begin in Northwest Arkansas. Tonight, they'll be at Gravette High School in the Commons area, and Thursday, they'll be in the Gentry at the Public Library. Both meetings will be from 4 to 7 p.m. Americans spend a lot of time outside this summer, traveling all over the world. Experts say the trend will continue through the rest of the year. At 12:17, we're sharing where you can get the best savings for holiday travel. Right now, Tom is also sharing your forecast. Tom?
Yeah, plenty of sunshine, a little haze out there this noon hour, but it's beautiful. Get out and enjoy it. A run of a few days where we'll have low humidity, sunshine, and then things get hot again for the weekend. I'll have that forecast after the break.